yes, he's in AT&R and stuff, but he's going in and out of it. See, his hands might be fisted at time, but they're going in and out of it. And he's checking out the world. The people are more interesting to him than the ceiling, which is another good sign, you know, I mean, that he's not just like finding a light to stare at. But he's no different than this one. If the cameras were flipped, he'd somehow find that screen. So we do use the mirror quite a bit with him. He loves that. So now just to assess him, you can see already, just from doing a foot, you know, I really...
You've worked on Dads before?
Yes, yes. When he was 3 days old, and then he's come to class, so he, I don't know, what, like 5 lessons?
Yeah, at least, I'd say.
But again, hopefully you're seeing, you know, again, the way he's just responding to touch and the rotation. Look at that spine. See how? So now this is where I did with Magda on the rollers. Just see that spine, how?
So you're coming up.
So I can come up and rotate. I'm not trying to do a lesson just yet, but again, this is where these movements come. So the back, and then if I come here, you know, see? Under the shoulder. Now he's just 3 months. He's going to think about rolling over. He might do it occasionally, but it's not going to really kick in until he's about at the 4.5 month level. But you can tell by the way he's looking and stuff, he's not randomly looking. Do you see that definitely too with the what I was talking about before? He's definitely got Mom and Carolyn and stuff. He's not like looking through them.
He likes Carolyn.
And then, sorry, I'm going to flip you just because I'm showing you how to do it. And again, just the nice head rotation.
And how he responds to the movement.
Yeah.
Movement. He was like, oh, what's happening? But
Do you see the counter? Feet to the right. Come over. Feet are going to the left. To the right.
She's moving fast, isn't she?
There, see how his spine's starting to adjust. But there's going to be a little inconsistencies here and there because he's a baby, but still, he's responding to every move that I'm doing. But I'm going to put him back to Carolyn. Or now he might find his girlfriend.
He might find
There we
himself.
go.
Oh, yeah. Second best, I don't
love
know.
that.
Yeah, he's cute, huh?
He hasn't seen a baby yet. That's so funny.
Isn't that neat, though?
Look at the communication.
She's ready to jump on the table.
Check him out.
Now you're speaking my
Are
language.
you saying, what's in your toy box?
You should go for the screen.
Cables and dolls.
Toy box.
Yeah. Yeah, no, right. Holding me up about it.
What did you do with the right hand when you put the right hand around the knee?
He has a little bit of a, right? A little bit of hernia around the navel?
Umbilical hernia.
Yeah. So I was just seeing where he was at with it. I knew I wasn't going to say it right because the hernias can be like 50,000 different hernias, right?
Well, it can be inguinal or, yeah, but that would umbilical.
We have to have surgery on it, or?
Typically they go away, but they won't do anything till he's 4 or 5, even, you know, if it doesn't go away by then, then they'll think about it, so. Typically they go away, and it's not as distended as it used to be, so hopefully it's gonna just go away.
Would you like a chair?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Do you want a chair? Oh, are you okay?
How about one for your boyfriend?
Yeah, right.
Sharing is caring.
You're so interested.
Do you see the more he's trying to get there, though, that fist is coming into play? I'm not concerned with it at all. But this is where you could take one picture of a child and say, oh, I have a little bit of concern because the fist is fisted. Well, if I couldn't do this and this with the counter,
Right.
I would be concerned with that fist. But the fact that he can go symmetrical and asymmetrical and go in and out with that arm, this is just because he's 3 months old, can't roll over, but he's got his eye on the prize. However, what is intelligent with him is, do you see how long he can stare at her?
Yeah.
She's got really good concentration span, as does Nella. Do you know what I mean? That the rate of, I'm not concerned for ADD with each one of the children, because they just have a nice social interaction. They're not, you know.
Also, wouldn't it make a difference that his thumb is on top and not under?
It would, but
I mean, if you were looking at a picture, that would be one.
That's sharing.
Here it is. I want you to.
honestly,
wants him
I
to
think
play
that's
with
more
her.
flirting. That's like, I didn't mean to drop the ball, but
Now, see, flirting at this age, I don't know.
my mom insists that I've, like, as a baby, walked into walls because I suddenly was looking at something.
Do you have a preference for sleeping on one side or turning to one side or?
He likes so far he likes his right side better.
Okay.
And I think it might have to do with how his diaper, his changing table is set up. He's always looking to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we try to switch it up
Yeah,
other
good.
places, but
Yeah. So this is nice because he's so interested, so he's turning.
Now, C2,
That
this
was
is
feeling.
how, if you want to integrate baby reflexes. So see how I'm just letting him on his pelvis? Since he's so interested in her, I'm just working on his side balance, and he's going in and out of that and just playing with it. So I'm not working on him too hard, but this is where I could start working the spine. So now I'm going tilting through the pelvis. Now, if he didn't have a strong visual connection, this is something I couldn't work on right now.
Yeah, he's totally.
And then you would try to get the vision going
Right.
as you do the
For a baby, if I have the vision, the world's my oyster. Same with them. If I don't care how disabled they are, if they have vision, oh my God.
Right, so if you wouldn't be so attentive with vision, you would have addressed the right on.
Right. Or I wouldn't be able to work on this back side balance because his vision is superseding where he is in space.
So Nella has a new job. Diane's been replaced.
Oh, I definitely like to use whatever I
Now
can.
he's looking at the box and the toys.
Well, he's not used to also floating his head and his vision in this position. This is something he needs to learn.
And you have him up off the ground a little bit?
Well, just so I can tilt the pelvis in and out, this is what
So you're
what
doing this.
what I'm doing here is what you guys were looking at. I hate to take my hand on and off the baby, but where you want me to start integrating more that cat,
Okay.
whatever, the spine to the pelvis. This is how I can do it from this direction with the baby. So I have my fingers on the SI joint, and I'm right below the scapula. See how this is very similar? But I can feel where he is, his diaphragm. Is he going to inflection, flexion? Is he startling or any to that? Now that she gave up this thing, that's where. But again, now for him, at 3 months, grabbing it is not my objective. Now, he's starting to work
Want it,
with
yeah.
it, but he does not know how to do it just yet.
It's probably harder on this side.
And that's where you also see kids at 2 months. Look at that, they can hold the ball. I'm like, oh, we got CP. You know what I mean? Because they just have grabbed it and they can't let go.
Right, it's-
But parents see that as, yeah, see now how much nicer his balance is getting and he starts to
Oh,
control.
you got it too.
But look at how much his fine motor skills are improving with the pelvis and spine improving. Do you see that? So I'm just gonna
he's
go.
loosened his hand,
Absolutely.
his fingers were,
But he can balance.
yeah,
If he's not balanced, where's the loosening?
right, right.
You put me on a skateboard, I'm gonna look like this child. But see now, the leg can go long underneath, just like you were doing in standing, reaching for the ball. See, this is what I was talking to you. Right? So now I'm doing it. Magda, do that again. See? He's doing it in baby pose. That's where the movement comes from. But if a baby can't do that, you're not getting a ballerina. Now I don't want to frustrate him because he doesn't understand. Just giving him a break. But see, he's not following the toy, and that's okay. See how I use
He's listening to the sound.
right.
looking for
It's over there. It is. Yeah.
Where'd she go?
But see the interaction. See, this is what I've been teaching you guys. See, I don't care if he's, but see how he can push against this. See that? That's the ball. You see how I'm using his ball to give me feedback. But this is where Reg just is, but actually I'm going to give him himself. Who's that handsome? Now me, I like. Watch him start talking to himself. Ah, caught Joanne. Hi, honey. How you doing? Let me show you my tongue.
It's incredible, this that you said that they prefer looking for people instead of objects.
Right.
And adolescents and older people are looking for their phones or
Or we're showing now the kids the phones.
Yeah.
But now look at what I'm trying to show you. Do you see how much he's got that stomach out the whole time?
Yeah.
So if I go like this, you see, look at where that tummy's going. See, look at him push that tummy. Look at him push that tummy. If he can't push the tummy, the movement's not going. So even if I curl, see, look at how he can move that belly. So even when he's rounding, he's not going into inflection. Do you see that?
but still it's like waving.
Right. Look at that stomach come out. See, this is where you were doing. See, I'm showing you. Push the stomach out and put those hands out. Okay, I'm going to put you over. I know. Let's see. Now again, I'm just giving him time to see the belly come down. Do you see that?
Funny, I almost forgot she was 3 months.
Maybe when too much, like,
I remember.
We can give you. Now I can come underneath here. And again, just pretend my hands are the balls, and this is what I'm trying to show you. Let him go down in between my fingers. Just like that head, we were bringing it down like it was like sand coming between our fingers. See how he has to learn how to see and breathe on his belly.
He's not crazy about his belly still.
But he's suddenly gained a lot of weight. What is he at now?
I know, I need to weigh him this week. He's over 15.
Ooh. If anybody wants to get low with this child, just to see, what it looks like. But now I'm just transferring weight and transferring weight and feeling how his belly just moves around in my hands.
Army.
But see how I'm letting the belly just hang? I'm not. See, if I do this, he's not going to be too happy real quick.
What do you mean this?
Meaning that if I'm holding him underneath the chest. Right now I'm just sort of suspending him. See my fingers? But when I do that, I'll let go of him since he's got... I'm just here, underneath the shoulders. But I feel the belly, what it's doing. This is where I mean. I don't have to fix his hands. He's not hurting.
allowing the
Right,
sternum to come
right.
out.
But right now I'm letting the floor do that. The floor is like my balloon.
If you do that, it's like tighten up your abs more.
Well, and do I restrict his movements? And he does not know how to fix anything. He's still responding to stimuli. So if my stimuli is incorrect, so even here, if I just do this and shut down his pelvis, look at his head go down. See? Let go. See how he can start bringing his head back up. It's just instant,
That's beautiful.
right? But watch again. He'll drop his head right down. And I'm not holding it. I'm just tightening the sacrum. Let's see if I come back up here. That buoyancy. But you see too with his vision, I know his eyes are okay by the way his head's going. If he had a lazy eye, you're not going to see this nice little sway. See how I can sway? See how he's kind of looking forward? But there's a little counter with the back of his head. So that means he's working on binocular vision. Now again, he's 3 months old. He's not, But see what he has to do to learn how to track. But when he does that, notice he's not pushing up through the hands, he's pushing up through the belly.
He's good on belly.
What?
If you're doing just a little support that you doesn't mind it.
Not at all. See now how I can also do that, or I can scoop now under his pelvis, sort of what I did with Santiago. Now again, I'm not looking for him to suddenly do these handstands. But see how I can work on his belly coming to the table. If you want to put her on the table now, that's fine. And rolling him over. See how it's hard for him to roll over because he doesn't want to let go with his eyes. Do you have a little cloth for him? Yep.
Little slobber bug?
Yeah.
Did you get slobbery?
Maybe you'll be upset with the baby.
Oh, look, I brought your girlfriend. So cute. And I will call you George.
Gentle, because your grasp is much stronger than.
So interactive.
Time for a rewrite.
Any Tony. Oh my gosh, he's totally checking it out.
Yeah.
Hi. Notice it's almost like a karate pose too. I don't know if I'm supposed to block you or not. No.
I know women can be a little bit.
Get ready for this now. It's easier to resistance is futile.
I just want to play.
You're gonna lay down like.
Tell you, Mama.
Let me come.
You can come away from her.
You're okay.
Is that now?
No, that was.
Is it?
Oh no, that was her.
It sounded like
That was her.
it's very like.
Is this better? Do you want you more in your terms?
Oh.
I think, oh, I'm happy now. I like the belly line. Look at that.
Boys don't like to be, where they're.
And also completely looking to the right, so it's a little hurt, like not being able to roll over
Did you
yet.
need a friend? Huh? Did you need a friend?
Now she has no problem with tummy.
She didn't like tummy time either?
3 months?
I don't know. I mean, they're
Yeah, it's gonna be too long. They're not there yet. You can be on the tummy, but you can just plop them and leave them. Now she plays on the tummy
right.
and she's happy
Right.
and happy and happy and happy
Right.
because they grow.
But
through-
can you see though, if two adults were down here, it'd be like they would be fighting for their personal space. It's a change that happens in our bodies. It's a shame, I mean, I don't know if I would totally like it, but I could see the, communal living if it's really nourished from this
Growlers.
level, but
Growlers.
one of the things that Mother Joy is working on, where it's communal living with special needs families, so there's always someone there to.
Anine.
She's speaking your language?
Oh, yeah.
Nene, it's boy in Polish.
Nene doesn't mean anything.
Ah.
Nie means no. Nene is.
Nene, because nene is boy
Oh,
in
yeah?
Spanish. Nene, nene, and nena in Spanish.
I thought it's niño. No, niño is baby. Niño.
Niño or nene.
Are you tired?
Different sounds coming out.
If you touch my baby, it's good.
No, it's. She hangs out with babies now, and they all have
We'll bring him back on. I just wanted to.
natural vaccinations. Yeah. Into the mirror.
Or maybe he got hungry too because this makes them hungry.
Oh, yeah.
You believe me, yesterday she was eating every hour.
It's the, where's the mouth?
Yeah. If you want, you're more than welcome to here, but if you want in the other room, privacy, whichever you prefer.
Just
So,
so, out of curiosity, her left
Yes.
her left toes are always extended.
Well, not only that, but you will see just a little bit in the left pelvis versus in the right. See the right, I can come balance better. Here, she still just does not have that little bit of balance.
No, I realize that, but that was one of the. It's
But
there a
she's
lot of
going all the
time.
way to the toe to,
Okay.
but most people would come here. I still believe better you get the balance in this pelvis and lower back, then the rest of the body will react. Like you just saw that baby. He was like, and when his balance improved, all of a sudden he can totally release that arm out to go towards the ball.
No, it was just something, it seemed to be fairly constant.
Yeah.
that-
No, this is why she's already had like 2 intensives with me. They've flown down twice for her, because there's just, again, she would have been fine, but maybe not the head cheerleader kind of thing,
And now?
And you need to have options in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Daddy would say if you choose to be a cheerleader. The sports college.
Well, and if you're expecting your child to be an athlete, you better have them in the best place they can be. Because the training isn't there, so.
So what are you working on now?
Right now, for her, I'm just working on that sacrum coccyx and see if I can get it to cross midline with the pubic bone. So I've got my finger on the prize with the pubic bone and the coccyx, and I'm actually twisting. It's one of the few times where I go bone. Actually, it's not bone and bone because the pubic bone is really cartilage, so it's not bone. But my thumb is right there, but I'm off to the side. But I'm here to scoop, to allow, just like I did with the baby with the balance, that she can start balancing the leg out. But also notice 2 of the femurs presenting down onto the table to allow the balance through the system. And the more she can do that, see how her toes start to are more freer with the play. And so she's tapping and there, she's starting to let go. See, and the knee just presented right when I said that. See how the knee's coming down? And now she's also going up higher. Does that make sense? Can you see it? It's subtle. There. See how she's...
So
Oh!
here you just have
So here, just... Yeah, but I'm not... That's not where I'm lifting. It's just... so finger on the pubic bone. Also then one off the sacrum. So come back with the hand. Come out with the hand. So here to here. And now feel enough where she can float. Right? There. See? And now she's pushing through here. See how that changes? I think she's just pretty wet under there where she just needs a rag. That's nice. Feel the difference? Extension?
Did you reach for the little towel underneath her shoulder? No, that's not ours. Yeah.
Oh, she said no.
this one?
Yeah, and no, the white one is watching the. Thank you. Don't tell me yes. And you would be hanging out there and just do a little.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's that Stuart. Come on.
But see, now she's not as heavy through the pillow.
Does it feel like it's taking?
Yeah, and it goes.
But see now how she can balance now through the left. And she didn't face plant now, but see where the belly has to be for her to reach up like that. If she tightened that belly, there's no way she could have reached for that. She had to push down on her belly and reached up for that. Does that make more?
Just do this.
But see now she's not leaving you, don't worry. Ups, ups, ups. But see now she can float over that belly to start falling. But here, push through. See how quick she could do, but that was not a fall.
Yeah, that was it.
No, not at all. So now, pick the toy up. Where's Luciana? So let Luciana do it, because you can't get a far enough extension. See if you can keep it. There, see the difference in Luciana doing it? And now again, I'm just balancing her through her elbow. See how she can balance nice and slow. There, see? Not a fall.
And the lengthening of the lower leg.
Ups, 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 ups. Now notice I'm not grabbing. Waiting for the eyes. See how the eyes aren't turning with that? There. See the eyes that change? That was a little forced, but still. See where the eyes had to be? If she was just laying back looking at it, the roll wasn't happening. I'll try and do it from both sides.
Because now when she plays there,
That was a move, Michelle. That was a fall. But it's okay. But it wasn't a start of
Yeah, it wasn't a, right, I'm
No, but-
having trouble
but-
seeing the difference between those two.
Because her back didn't present to the table and take it all the way
okay.
down.
she didn't just
Right.
this.
But it could have been the way Mom was holding the foot.
Oh yeah, let's blame mother.
No, see the difference? Rotate. You see, she didn't rotate. She fell forward.
Poor
I
mother.
see now.
No, watch.
Yeah, show me because
Right.
that's the thing I can.
So you're going to scoop under the knee. You're going to go along with this leg. So see, first you get the balance on the elbow, right? See there? See how she just let her back coming back down. Now rotate your arm. See, the eyes aren't there. Eyes aren't there. There. See?
Screwdriver.
Her side also comes down.
Not just a screwdriver, but it's the actual screw. Feel the spiral of the leg coming long and going short. Because that'll give you power, that spiral.
You like it? See, I still don't like it.
Ben, yeah.
So now here. Back down again. Feel the scoop. There.
Because you're getting into the femur head.
Now here's a good position to start working with the foot, even coming to the floor. See now how she's getting nice and free? See, feel the difference of the rotation? See how she can keep her eyes steady, even though you're doing all of this work. But see how she has that opportunity to push through. There, see how she can, but that's also pre-crawl.
Pushing through here.
Yeah. But now pull her back a little bit because your elbow's getting too far up. Pull her back, and now you can start. You should be able to start. But she's still a bit there with her elbow. But Yeah, she just does not want
Yeah,
to.
because now
This
she
is
toy-
what
the
she
toy
does.
is down.
Yeah, she does not want to. But now with the elbow up there, like this, see if you get lucky. There, see?
Can you show her the eyebrow?
See where that belly is? Even though she's arching.
She was
Yeah.
arching, yeah, she was not.
And her
Yeah.
elbow was
she
caught.
didn't
But
go-
again, she still wasn't a fall.
Oh, baby.
So much work.
Any questions with this?
It's, you know, it's like, it's
There, see how her back came to the table? Do you see the difference right there?
It's your timing and it's your, you know, because there's moments that she's pushing and then I get lost. Like, do I continue? Do I, you know, like sometimes I'm like, and if I hesitate, then we don't do it together.
See, now she's getting much easier. That was just a little bit on the floor.
When
Hi.
when would you start working on this move with someone?
She should actually be rolling over quite consistently by about 4.5 months on.
Yeah, so she was rolling forward, but not rolling back. She
So,
still doesn't
and
roll
also
back.
she likes to roll to her right side. It was the left hip that was bugging her.
And what if the child isn't typical? What if the baby is?
Well, then that all depends on where the child's at. Like if it's SMA, I'm not going to work on rolling over. I mean, you know, that's sort of what I would say lower section, but that doesn't mean that's why you're here. You're learning how to put the touch in like this as if they're rolling over.
Okay.
Here, I still would offer this opportunity,
Right.
even if a person's like going,
Uh,
we just want
not
them
time yet.
breathing. Well, yeah, but eventually when that happens, you know, like this, where I said this is like a pre-crawl. Well, she's not going to crawl till she's 8 months old.
Right.
So, but she's feeling the stress of me, like right here. I have one hand, one foot, but I'm waiting for her to articulate and have two stresses separately through the pelvis. I can start working on that now. But that's where my mom kind of yells at me and she's like, you make these super babies, Michelle, what the heck? Because like when Omni was doing it 10 months, because I played with him every week at class. Sorry, that's my fault. But see again now how she can balance through the left.
Yeah, and she was really.
But what she's doing now is, watch this, see how she's pushing down on me with the knee? Can you see that now? That I'm allowing her to, and I'm just playing with that as if I was the ball.
Tata, Nella, Tata, Nella.
Let's see right there.
See, she's,
But look at the power now. She's
Yeah, that
getting to
was
organize over there.
and she's like, I'm not going back. I'm going there.
Yeah, but it was different at the belly too. But because the belly did this.
She could, yeah, and roll with the spine now.
Now the baby's a kid.
Yeah, see how she can, but maintain her balance and her arms are staying out. She's not getting caught. Can I rotate and bring her back? She doesn't understand now why that's not a child. After seeing with the other baby, she's expecting this mirror to like do something.
Nela. Tu śpiewamy ci piosenkę? Którą piosenkę śpiewamy? Pieski małe miały przejść rzeczkę, nie wiedziały jak o jednie zbiły kładeczkę, kotka była zła.
It's the first time I can actually round her back a little.
Bon, sha la 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 la, si bon, sha la 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 la, coucou, si bon,
No, Dex is sleeping.
sha la 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 la.
Is he good?
No. Or feeding, right?
Nie wiedziały jak zrobiły kładeczkę, kładka była zła.
So here if I do the spine thing, I have to watch it here, not to do it too hard because again, the baby's on their belly. So this is what I did with Cupcake. Where I'm,
The whole.
yeah.
And you're on one side of the spine with both
I'm actually on the,
fingers.
yes, I'm on the side of the, but I'm opposing.
Right.
So I'm not doing this, I'm doing this.
So your thumbs are going across to the other side of the
Yes.
spine? Okay, thank you.
But I'm just doing,
crossing,
yes,
and
I'm
the thumbs are
crossing,
on each
yes,
side.
Before.
No, this is crossing, but the spine
is in the middle, so,
Is in the middle.
yes. So the thumb is on the left side and the thumb's on the right. But I'm just looking for the spring of the spine, not to correct the scoliosis. But see now, so see how I can float her off her belly.
I know you're
The control. Now also the pelvis is a lot different from what she can normally. She's testing me.
Of course. Because I still cannot do it, so I need to.
What are you trying?
See
back
now
there?
how much her bum boings.
Back
Feel
there,
that?
what are you trying? What is it you wanted
Oh,
to
just
try?
now
Yeah.
lifting.
When she came on her back, do you see how much easier now her feet are up to both feet? She remember when she came here, it was like right foot that she would bring up to her mouth. Not the both all at once, but do you see the difference now with what she can do? And this is where I am a little bit freaky because I can remember stuff 3 days ago. A lot of people go like, but that's where it's nice. It's all
3 days
recorded. No, but I mean, no, you see her again. So put her
You've
on
got
her
a
back.
really amazing memory.
Visual stuff. Don't ask me to read a book.
Well,
Wish
that's
Ace to
what's
poet
coming over the
himself,
right
I still haven't gotten through that damn book.
And then with the baby, Mom and
Feldenkrais is a hard read, don't you think so? Or do I
Oh,
mean,
it
he
is
makes me
dry.
feel illiterate.
Yeah.
Maybe I am, I don't know.
Have you read the ATM one? The pot boiler? The one with the pictures in this, the wooden figures, that's...
I have, but it's a bit more... Casebook of Nora I liked. I could relate to that. She couldn't find the closet, she couldn't do, we did this, and, you know. See too, now the extension where she's coming and she can rock through her side now.
Yeah, now I'm doing what you were doing with the baby when you had actually hand underneath.
Right. So
So
now
you
just
can-
feel her
Or
rolling
like
over
when
from
it
there.
was with the, you know, we were doing with the cloth and you were doing a thing with cupcake.
She's liking that, yeah.
She also started bringing her left foot, when she brought her toes together, left foot came up on the top. Different than what she's been doing.
She's not doing
But-
the feet together.
But also her feet now are
It would
becoming
be- you know,
independent from the
when she was
hands.
doing it, it would be interesting to
See how
if
she's
doing
bringing
it.
the foot back
When
to
she was
counter like I
having a
talked
toy
the leg.
bath in supine, she
Yes.
was pulling the toy and she was doing this.
Right.
That other child screamed, we thought it was you, and we were like, no, it's too old of a cry. It was like,
cry, yeah. I know what's going on.
We're all worried.
I know. We had the door open for a while, but I don't know if it's closed now or it doesn't, there's no scent in here. I don't notice anything. There, Magda did it.
Yay, mama.
And she did it over a hat. I mean, she had an obstacle. Yeah. Now, does that feel different?
It does, but I think the reverse feels special. Yeah, because the reverse was the one that she was doing the most like and the fold forward is the one that she's like.
The last
But
bar
can
on
you
the
see
reverse.
with this, the interaction now of what we've been working on, the belly to the back? And the power that can be there as the belly can go out and the back goes out?
Ah,
See how she pushes her belly into the ground as her back expands out to roll over?
Pushing
Right?
herself up in a different way too.
Oh, yeah, yeah, but she's not doing it with her hands. The plank is gone.
Oh,
She
yay.
can plank,
Uciekła,
but she
tak?
could also have, see how the belly is just as much a use.
Uciekła ci? Oh, you. Okay, I think we need to give the table to the baby. Let the baby.
No, we'll It's probably her turn just to get a top off. Let me put Dax
She
down,
needs to get the top.
and then we'll put them both back down again. But let her have a toy, because I think she's giving up.
See, maybe it's me also the way I pick her up. I don't know, but she keeps getting this upper thoracic is stiff.
Mommy, come on, you can do what you want me to do.
Neutral.
Here's the gold ones. Oh,
Now that'll come with that.
oh, here there.
No, there's biggie chunky beads. Oh, they're around here somewhere, but that's okay. These guys will be.
Yes. Oh, you're so fabulous.
Now, do you see how he's learning how to use his back in relationship with his belly? It's just a different level of. So I'm just underneath, and again, just a light lifting, rotation, almost like an amoeba kind of stimuli, so he can play with the spine coming back down to the table as he goes back up with his belly. Now with him too, even though he's got the hernia, I still say, I don't know why, he's a bit more enlarged on the left than he is on the right. But, you know, that can just be a, what?
A little bit, his head is a little.
Right, but I mean, I'm not concerned per se like it's an enlarged liver or anything like that because it's nice and soft, but this might be because that's what daddy looks like. I mean, that's where genetics comes into. But you have to take those things into consideration as he does certain things. Now I'm doing this movement all the way up. Now I'm underneath the scapulas.
And you're looking for that return. When you talk about the amoeba, it's kind of like showing
So
him the return.
Sure.
So it's sort of like an amoeba. See, they would make a rotation this way in the air.
Yeah.
So I'm never losing that contact.
Okay.
And by the way, too, with Dax and Nella, I take requests. So if there's certain moves you need me to see done. Now with this too, as he rolls over, I can go underneath the spine versus just always staying on, let's say, his left side. So right now I'm just underneath the spine in the upper.
Good job. Yeah.
But you see how she's going up and down with tracking, you'd never know it. And he's just, again, chilling. A baby at 3 months, even at 5 months, from what you're learning too, does not need like a house full of toys. One or two things, it's the social interaction. They would certainly, they'll actually get more frustrated. It looks like boredom, but the turtle and stuff aren't going to talk to them. They have to learn how to pick these things up, but they'd much rather talk to you.
Good job.
You know, if you're a new mom and you're just putting the necklaces over yourself like this and letting the child grab and stuff, I mean, changing diapers, and you got win-win.
You can touch it. Yeah.
And two, just because he looks away doesn't mean he's bored. He's looking away, but if he doesn't know how to get back just yet to that vision, you got to give him a little bit to go like, you know, and the head will bounce around, and then it's like, oh, there you are.
And he just followed it up very nicely.
Yeah. You can also tell, too, that his vision's okay because his tongue's out. Does that make sense, guys? So if the eyes can float in the head, then the tongue can float in the head. But if he's actually working on getting the eyes up, do that, you'll feel your tongues drop. You can't, it's very hard to do like, you know, because see, I'll drop my tongue immediately. So the talking and the babbling. So if I get someone on tummy time, the voice goes away, and then within a couple of minutes, I'm back to, you know, then I know we're integrating, we're good.
Would you repeat that part of the tongue on the eyes?
So see how he's talking with Carolyn and the tongue's starting to come out, or she can actually start right now sticking her tongue out and he'll mimic her, because that's the stage he's at. So if he's doing this, I know the eyes are okay. They're floating in the head.
Okay.
Because if he's having trouble, like if he has to lift his eyes,
I
the
love
tongue's
your
going to stop.
tongue.
It's not going to come out,
my
even if I stick my
goodness.
tongue out of my mouth.
It's so good. Yeah. I love
See,
that tongue.
they'll go away from each other. The tongue becomes spastic like the eyes do. Lift, separates. versus doing, you can't do, and try and lift your eyes. It'll stop the tongue. Sort of like when you were working on Carolyn, and she was getting it and breathing, and when I started talking to her, and she's like, oh, I lost it. You know what I mean? Which is okay. But now she knows, again, this is what I like about this work, and this is where, again, it's been around, but to know our weaknesses and play with them just as much as our strengths.
I was trying, and my
Back over
my
here.
tongue
Right, yeah. Goes away from
goes
you.
and
Cancels the movement, yes.
and goes inward.
So that's where you'll see the kids more of the, and the spasticity starts to happen. And again, too, he's also a nurse-fed baby, so the tongue is more used to that. So if it's not a nurse-fed baby, you want to come underneath to offer that little bit of pronation with the neck and allow the tongue to start coming out as a pre-feeding skill. Because a bottle-fed baby is not going to look, yeah. See, I'm going underneath here and look already where he's changing with his body and his mouth. See the,
And the hands also opened.
see he's nursed, so he knows how to do this flip. Whereas a bottle-fed baby is not going to get those life experiences. So as an OT, you can actually put the thumb in the mouth at that point and work with just a little bit of palate so they get that upper sucking from behind the neck. See, look at how he...
Stays with it quite a lot.
Oh, that's what I was saying. The level of both kids, the level of concentration is really, these aren't going to be ADD kids, you know, they're just...
He'll lay on his little, that had the toys. 20 minutes. He's just happy looking at, trying to get him with his fist. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was surprised how much time now she was in time.
Yeah, you.
Than in his previous days.
But you see, too, like, she's not supposed to know language, but that child knew you were, and you got acknowledged. Hi.
The language is immense with babies. Even when they're newborns. It's
Oh my gosh, I have it on tape. Burping.
gonna reach up.
No,
Come
I
on.
know. Did she
Go
change
after
your
it.
vision? Oh, I know. You can almost crawl on the table. I know. You can almost crawl and get him.
Get that tongue moving. Come on.
And see, that's another thing. Look at her
Yes,
tongue,
good
too,
job.
coming over. When she goes to come over the tongue, over her pubic bone. Ah. And that's a good position to work on a baby with the ball.
This is pretty cool. I like you too.
Yeah, she's mimicking me. I know it's a camera. Yeah, I think your family's going to have to learn how to become introverted with this thing. Like my granddaughter, who's 6, has her own Instagram account.
Oh no.
But she'll get upside down, tongue out. So now I can really go into a complex curve with this, working with the spine. Do you see how he breathes? Again, this is the difference between a breastfed baby and a bottle-fed baby. This is a healthy stress. They're eating. Let's say, the breast tissue is here, and this is where a baby would be presenting in a nice, torqued position around mom. Whereas a bottle-fed baby is only getting this. So again, elimination here, and how they learned how to use the colon and everything versus this, especially if you swaddle them and bottle feed them. I believe that's why bottle-fed babies are more constipated than the breastfed babies. But
What was your reason?
see right now how he's nice and torqued with the organ function. He's still he's just eaten. He's eliminating and playing in a torqued manner. But a bottle-fed baby is only going to get fed here,
Because of how they're being held.
how they're being held, and also they don't come to the food. Whereas a nursed baby is going to be
They have to
across
go.
my body or, some way twisted to do all this. Bilateral feed, I come to the tissue. But you see how he's able to maintain this kind of pose because this is natural to him. Whereas a bottle-fed baby, if we had one, I'd love to see, where it would have more problems with the pelvis in this position. And now until the countering, you can see where the arm is countering this way as well as this way.
Doing a great job. You stayed with us a long time.
I love it. Interested, alert.
Now also notice too, this is where really doing all this, I keep it where it's successful. If he starts to fatigue, that's not when you say 3 more times, you just back off. It's okay, he's done tons. Or even if we have the first word and saying all done and offer a new.
Did you find my arm? Did you find my arm?
But a lot of parents, that eyes go deviate once, oh, you're bored, let me get something else out. And they come back and they're like, where'd my toy go? And this is where CVI, especially, you have to stay in the position and allow that object to be constant. CVI is cortical visual impairment, where the eye will deviate because it's like looking at magnesium or the sun. You want to look at it, but it's just too much. And the head will go away, but then they process it, they want to come back and it's there. That's not when they go away, you don't sit there moving the mirror, because then they're like, because now it's a new object. You want to stay consistent like with this. You might stick with this object for 3 months. It might bore you, but for the child, they need to work on all the skills possible. But with CVI, that's more of a processing versus a diagnosis. Like, so if a child has strabismus, I'll work with the strabismus first, CVI second. CVI takes bottom
You could sneeze.
of where you're going to work.
And you're going to teach us at some point about strabismus in a way. I'm wanting to see the opposite side and how that works. Like the head turning.
We'll see. I can try it, but he's just done a heck of a lot. No, he could be, he could not be. This is where we're going to try it, but if he fails, it's not his fault.
Yeah.
So, and actually for this, can I ask you then to go on that side versus,
I just didn't want to follow it.
so I'll bring him up and over.
I was attempting to go there, but my arm
Now
wasn't
watch him
long
follow her. Look at this, he tried, look, upper quadrant, he's trying to. So again,
enough. I wore my black and
really,
white pants, but you're beyond that.
He's following you. Good girl.
Yeah,
he might be beyond it, but he's still going to be attracted to it. So now he's still attracted, you guys are all moving around him, so he's just checking you out, which is fine.
Gonna look for the younger ones, huh? I keep getting replaced. How's that happen?
Oh, there you are.
There was an old theory. My mother said, "Oh, you should never allow the baby to look up over their head." Did anybody else?
It used to be, in Poland, the same.
Makes them sleepy.
What?
You don't come from above, but you don't make that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you
that's
didn't
how he
let
likes
them
to
look
walk
up.
around the house.
Yeah.
Like this. While you're
There, so
holding
now
it.
he's switching over. He's looking for his mommy's voice.
What was the reasoning?
I don't know what the reason was, but
We can ask Diane.
But it was like an old tale.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
spirit
it's an
leaves
old
the
from
body
the
or something
village.
like
I
that. That's
think
my
you're probably
feeling.
right on that
Something.
because
Yeah.
even when my daughter was born, my mother said, "Oh, don't let her look over the head."
Yeah.
So now first he has to learn how to play the game over here. Oh, thank you. Now I can start, now that he's on it, I can start twisting him the other way.
You know, what just occurred to me was, maybe they saw the floating, like you were talking about, looking at the ceiling, and
Or the CP starting to come,
yeah,
or
there might have been, because if you go back with a lot of the old legends,
the
they had reason for them.
The one I really want to know about, supposedly Winston Churchill is 2 months premature. And I would like to know how he was prime minister for what he's done in his lifetime as a preemie of 2 months premature. If that's a true story or not.
Even what they did with 2 months premature at that point.
Hey, Michelle, like what I was thinking, and I just was to have him come all the way over. So I love that you're working at really where he is,
Right.
and getting used to counter rotation where.
Well, not only that, but he has to get used to playing the game with Carolyn from this side.
Right.
So right
Right.
now, I just
It's
want to
a little more
establish
above,
that
yeah.
social contact versus immediately going into tracking.
Well, then you're working on in this position the torquing of the pelvis that way,
Right.
and just getting used to that.
Come on, you can.
If I did same, he might suddenly go into rolling over then.
Yeah.
And see, also too, notice this, the way Carolyn has the toy around his wrist and stuff, that's also going to cause a stress. And that interplay that I'm trying to teach you guys, that's really important, that binding
Positive
force,
stress,
bringing
yeah.
stuff into it. See how he's just putting his arm down, but
Yeah.
he's doing it against tension. And this is part of his learning. When you're in a car seat for 5 hours, you are not getting these life experiences.
The sound made a difference.
That's nice.
Orchestra.
Sorry to scare you. No, I wasn't going to scare you. You like that? You like that?
So now he's
Okay,
really,
you going to talk to me?
see, now I can just float him.
And he just started to talk just before you did
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Here we go.
Normally too, which has changed, he's usually quite a grunter, but he's not grunting as
He
much.
hasn't been grunting as
Yeah.
much. You know, I changed because I feed him a little bit of formula in the evening. And now with
We
my mom-
said that,
Did
look
you
at him,
just say-
yeah. That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just grunt. I think
Yeah.
changing the formula
Grunt.
made it feel it's better.
They're like,
I don't know.
they know
That's
so
all
much
I can
more.
figure.
You
Or
know
he's
what a
getting
grunt
I'm
is,
so
don't
gassed
you?
up. Yeah, maybe
grunt
it's
a
just
little bit more.
getting older.
Show them that you know what grunt is, because you just did it.
But grunt is typical. I never had a baby, so like I mean that's a.
It is typical, but he was, and he wasn't doing it on breath. He wasn't like holding his breath grunting. He was just literally going,
Part
He
of
sounded
sound
like,
making, yeah.
you know, like a Muppet in training.
Just like, yeah.
Mana, mana, but you know, that kind of grunt.
And then I never worried about
I guess I spent a lot of time in front of the TV as I was growing up, I don't know.
You're at the ischiums.
No, I'm actually floating underneath the pelvis, where the
Okay.
balance point is.
Okay. Okay.
But I actually can just lightly, and see his scapulas are staying, and I'm just floating that spine down, up and down.
Okay.
There he goes. See the balance point?
Uh-huh. And the mouth came open.
That was like a pre-yawn, I think.
Or was it? Oh, shucks.
I don't know. Yeah, was that a pre-yawn?
Okay.
That was, I'm not really tired, but, oh, down.
Can you do that move with a big person, with an adult?
Well, that's where I had you on, maybe that was Saturday. Was that Saturday when I
Okay,
was
come get
giving
it.
birth to you?
You can come get it.
Sunday, I think.
Was it Sunday? When I had everyone in OBGYN position.
day.
That was the first day then.
Oh,
I had, there's a cute picture I posted of Magda. It looked like I was literally like delivering a baby.
yeah, seriously.
But we actually put a roller here as well to do this, and a roller here. So maybe like at lunchtime, if I'm in or whatever, I'll do a quickie on you. just
Yeah, I
to
didn't
show
see
you.
that.
He does seem to like to have his
But see, there's nice balance here now. That's it. But the bottom should bop up as well as the head should bop up.
In this position, at this age, the head.
This is actually where I want, because again, for him to suddenly go into eventually rolling over, but I'm not going to do it to a 3-month-old, but the somersaults and stuff. But see too how that's not see him too, he's not crunching his belly to do this.
Yeah.
He's actually pushing the stomach out, and he can still lift his legs up. You try that. So it's not a, we've lost that, it's not easy to do.
Come back over. Thank you for coming back to me. Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I guess we're not really doing a break today.
I'm still over here.
Okay, we're.
I got here a little later than I had planned.
Hi.
Just seeing again how he handles the stress. What I'm doing too is this is really get is there's any kink in the pelvis. So if he's could only push through maybe the right foot versus the left. But see how I do up down.
Oh, that was fun. How did I do that?
But see where excitement gets you into a local. Look at that.
Oh, you're fine. I just want to see.
See, I tell you, she's a flirting. Here's my ball.
Here, I'll just stand up here. You sit.
Better watch
So yeah, you gotta watch at the park when she drops her balls when she's 4. She knows that's the guy. It's like, you know, when in the olden days when they used to drop a handkerchief and if the man picked it up.
Yay. I should start carrying handkerchiefs.
Little rolls.
Can they play with him?
Yeah.
Okay, if you wanna wash your hands and play with his fluid. Anybody who wants to play with either child right now, they need to wash their hands, but. Yep. Spit up. Is there a rag? Oh, yeah.
On my,
Right,
on my
the
big
stroller.
stroller.
Right here.
Yeah,
This one.
Oh, I will wash
that's
them.
good.
Doesn't matter
Okay.
at this point.
Right. I know what you mean.
Use the corner.
And one of the things that I noticed on her when she was rolling over was that if it was still, what do I want to say, stiff on the side, that's when there was more of a flop. But when her belly actually moved into the,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
ribs
that's
moved,
right.
I guess is what I want to say, the ribs moved into the floor, then.
That's the belly.
And that's, yeah, but that's when you can see it's
Right.
going in as opposed to.
Right.
Just one of the things.
So when a child is like this, right, they're not gonna come in, that'll face plant. What I have to do even in this position is I blow my belly out, see how my diaphragm is now above, and then I can come here to approach. Versus even if I go here, see, now I have to lift my head just to keep my, but that diaphragm allows me to. So now, just feel floating the leg in your hand and just lightly. See, I'm just. Aside. You can really, you can do what you want, but just feel that.
Look how open the sand is.
Reverse it, fingers up, come under. No. Okay, don't grab, just let him feel. No, don't grab, just feel the thumb coming under and floating. There we go.
Yeah. You act like a photographer, baby.
Yeah.
I can feel the belly.
She smiles
Yeah.
every time you look at her. She's so stinking cute.
Yes, my too.
Is that Nella? Is that Nella? Or is that
I'm gonna
camera when they
cut your
had-
nails in the morning because you were just.
So cute.
Gotta get my boy in.
And it's Drax or Dax.
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 D-A-X. Yes.
Actually, Daxton, like
Yes.
Braxton.
I call him Dax all the time. Call him the baby still.
But you see now with her movements, how he's scanning in and out and how he's working on all these little fine head movements. And that's why I'll sit there and literally be going like this with someone and I look like I'm just doing nothing, but look at what he's doing with his head. Look at those 50,000 different movements he's doing just with that.
Accidentally, I know I won't take it though.
You know what I have to do with your neck here? Can you feel that?
I want to feel his pelvis.
See?
Can I feel that?
Oh yeah.
See how you can...
Oh, where did Mama go? Nice baby. Where did Mama go?
Wow. He's chilling. He's.
Can you feel now that belly underneath?
Yeah. I was feeling that.
But you notice too now, he's had like now a good hour of this plus all the stimuli. I'm not gonna throw him on dummy time again. You know what I mean? It's okay. He might do successful, but I don't want his last moments to be like, you know. There's no reason to put any child into failure, especially when they've really had a good lesson. But that being said, if they, like this, go feed him, change his diaper, I don't care. That's why I like an hour session, that they can come back and still have time to,
Oh, you will sleep well, huh?
The next day, he's always really hungry and really sleepy.
Yes, you will.
even when I was working with Adam and stuff, her husband goes, okay, now I know we've had 4 kids, but you notice with this one, he's just a bit more observant, and he's a bit more like, I don't get it. Like, how come he's doing more than the other kids are doing? She's like, he sees Michelle every week. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Bye.
But that farm man, right when he was a year old, it wasn't his fault. He just picked it up and wrapped it over my nose. And I was seeing stars. I had to put him down and let go of him. I mean, I've suffered that.
She just bit it.
Yeah.
That's what she was trying to do.
Just eat.
Layla. Does anybody else want to play with the babies?
Yeah.
I want to feel his pelvis before you do it because I will take her if she's going to complain. I just want to feel the 3-month-old pelvis that moves so beautifully. Yeah, they move so nice. Beautiful.
But both of the parents do horses, so he's got a horse butt.
You're the barrel racer?
Oh, yeah.
Haven't been doing much of that lately.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I was talking to him, yes. She showered and changed
Do you just race around the airport and go on the circuit?
I used to run pro, but I just have young horses right now, so just in the area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not traveling.
Bravo, bravissimo, bravo, bravissimo, bravo. Oh yes, I will take you. I know.
Mama.
Mama. Say
Any
nay
questions
nay
for
when she doesn't
anybody?
want to do it.
Nay,
It seems
nay.
like she's doing
Nay,
nay
nay.
nay when she doesn't want
Nay,
to.
nay.
Because it was several times now that she
Now-
says nay nay. It's like nay nay.
That baby language.
Okay, we can try it.
We could do a whole video just on infant language. Yeah,
Nay,
3 and
nay.
5 months off of this.
Thank you.
Mike, did you feel the difference?
Yeah, I feel that the belly is always
Yeah.
free.
But now
And then
lift
they
up
can-
his pelvis just a little bit, and now feel how his back comes down to the table. So just slowly let the back go back down to the table. That's what we're looking for.
So you're coming up and then.
And just allowing him to come, like we do with the head, just allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, well, that's what she wasn't doing it when we're doing segment 1, and I knew there's something she's
So
not doing.
just this,
She was-
and just feel the back come to the table.
Oh,
Yeah.
you will be then very good. You can pick her up because she might stress him out with the loud yelling.
Are you yelling loud?
She's like,
You have milk, I can go to you.
Or the
She's looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Hi there.
They say at this age, though, they can smell even from here that, you know.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
know
sure.
who's a mom and
I'm
who's-
sure. Yeah, my girlfriend said the babies can smell their mom up to 40 feet away.
Wow.
Beats me.
Who tested that one?
I don't know.
Anybody have any questions? We good? Does that help start filling in a lot of how we move? Can you appreciate,
Yeah.
start to look at the way? Like, I get it, we're not gonna do that, but the difference of blowing out my belly, you know what I mean, and coming up kind of thing, versus tucking in and then having to use 2 sets of muscle groups to do it.
Okay, I want my
Now, I'm capable of doing both, but when I'm 80 years old, you know, and stuff, when my mass starts becoming, I hope I know enough to, you know what I mean, and just come up here and just, so where standing's no problem, versus
He's zoning out. Or he's watching the baby. Yeah.
balance and using those muscles. You know, that's why Enrique walks backwards and does all those kind of things. He's always playing with how he comes to the floor. But I don't think we think of it through the abdomen and through our back. And
It's different.
it's different,
Very different.
yeah. But it's it's pleasurable.
Yeah.
I know, he got the goods. I got my boy toy, I got my ball, life is all right. Oh, I just saw Mom, forget all that.
Gonna go for a nap. Both of you little people. Yeah, with even the lift, like in the assessment,
Right.
you can feel it. Just like, okay.
I'm gonna wrap it up with Dax, but if anybody, one last or whatever.
He was doing this.
Do you want, Stuart, you want to
Yeah.
put Dax? Okay.
Swap.
You're gonna come with teeth next time. That will be adventurous.
Sure, well, be careful.
How long you're nursing?
Oh, you
Way
were
more.
speeding up. What's up? You were not hungry. You were just a little piglet, huh? Filling it up. Why not?
This is where I still think the pacifier is nice, just to, instead of, you want to get that, you just give them a little bit of that suck and they can go.
I like you.
Yeah, they can relax.
then they can-
Whenever he gets before a
Yeah.
nap, he gets all. Yeah, it just
Now,
slows him
Gordon, I knew it
down.
was going to be a problem because it looked like I was giving him a hit of heroin. He'd literally be like,
When
and I'd
what?
give it to him a hit of heroin.
Oh, yeah.
So like he'd be 4 months old and I get that pacifier in and then it was like, be like, you know, it's like, he was getting his.
You're just a happy girl today.
Just watching.
Wait, it's fine. No, it's fine. It worked last night.
Oh yeah.
All those buttons and all those things, I wanted to use. And I didn't want to hear what I
Gesundheit.
heard anymore.
Gesundheit.
Ah. There's like a dry one. He broke his Nella. Thank you. I'm sure she likes it. I could have broke his back. Thank you for playing. Thank you.
So interesting. It feels different. 3 months and 5 months, isn't it?
And I have a
Yeah,
friend who's
yeah.
almost 2 months. So when I go back, I'll have a little.
Let you have mummy back.
Good
Thank you,
job.
Fran.
You
Thank
did
you.
amazing.
Play for just a second.
You did so amazing. Yeah, for such a long time. Yeah, I can say high five. Julie.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
There you go.
He's a trooper. That was phenomenal.
He's social.
Yeah.
But can you feel now
But
that
I can't
healthy
believe
stress
2
that he's
months, like,
giving
how
you
much
and
more
you want to
social
match
she
it?
is, that, you know what I mean, like
Yeah, but you
interacting
completely do. Yeah, it's amazing how quickly it all happens, right? It's just like
You heard that.
like from the first moment I start seeing the world,
It's
you
just
know, like
fun,
the
isn't
6
it?
weeks, they suddenly are like
Look
there.
over here.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I see that.
Yeah, yeah, like, and then it just goes.
Thank you.
That's so cute.
Talking back.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know. Life
And
is
see, you
awesome.
can let him go. He's talking with her. It's okay.
Talking. Well, they say the arms and legs are their language too.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they communicate.
And his
Well,
are sitting-
also, I want to do what you're doing.
Talking to Nella. Yeah.
That's my mama.
Focusing on you at this
Oh yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. You really watch it.
But look at what he can do. He's doing so much without,
Do you
you
have a
know.
helmet for you yet?
He loves his daddy too. Just the other day he was eating
Do you
and
have a horse?
Dad walked in the room. Of course he couldn't see him and you know said, "Hey, I'm home." And he stopped eating. He's like, "Oh, Dad, I know that voice." It just cracks you up, you know, because it's so
Yeah.
little.
And how many pictures do you have on the horse? Do you have any pictures of him on the horse yet?
Oh, on the horse? No. We go
No
see
helmet
them,
yet.
but that's about it.
Oh, good job, Jack.
Oh, that was good.
But even after this lesson, he looks longer through the torso. He's more asymmetrical with his kicking. He's kicking more. His bum is coming up more. Oh. And even that, he learned how to talk better just from her.
Now he's going to talk to all the girls.
Right.
Good job, guys.
No, but again, if they've learned certain experiences, imagine a kid that's in a NICU and all this. They're not getting these kind of life experiences. Look at how he followed her in. His eyes adjusted to her spatial difference.
Oh, no.
I'm going to get his head
Are
on.
you flirting?
Nap time, girl. Nap time. I so hope.
I so.
She used to be such a good sleeper, and now it's like
Oh really?
5 months, they say, sleep regression with all the changes she's learning.
He is all yours
physically.
because he's
She's
going
like,
to blow too in a second.
I'm gonna party.